Hi everyone, welcome to the Monday messages with the angels. I'm Rachel Scoltock and I'm out here at beautiful Kings Canyon. I don't know if you can see that beautiful ridge behind me. So stunning here. I'm just about to leave. I've spent the weekend here and there's not great internet, so this is recorded obviously, and then I'll post the pictures of the cards a little bit later on. So there's a few flies around, so if you see me flapping around, it's just because I'm trying to keep the flies away. Friendly flies out here in the center of Australia. So let's get started. I've already pulled the cards for you, and they're from the Angel Wisdom Tarot and also Diana Cooper's Archangel Tarot. So the first card that came flying out, this is the present situation. This is a card about healing. So you have an opportunity right now to do some healing for your heart, and this is about clearing out the heaviness, the sorrows, the grief of the past, things that feel like daggers to your heart. And we have the beautiful Archangel Azrael here, who is the angel of grief, helping us with our grief. He surrounds us when you go through grief and loss. He surrounds you with a soft cushion of energy, and that white, cushiony, cloudy light helps you to slowly come to terms with your grief. So, you know, whenever we go through loss, especially grief and loss of a loved one, whether it be an animal or a person, it's a shock sometimes. And that shock, even if you've been expecting it, that shock can sort of put you into a funny space. So to help soften that feeling of trauma, that's why Archangel Azrael gives you this cushioning energy, and it helps you to release grief on your own terms. Now, right now, he's asking you that you acknowledge any grief that you are now ready to let go of, and you start to open your heart, because there are gifts and blessings waiting to come in for you. And sometimes when we hold on to grief and loss, and there's nothing wrong with holding on to grief and loss, there's nothing wrong with feeling grief and loss, there's nothing wrong with how long it takes you to move through it. Everybody has their own process, and it's important to know that. But this is an invitation for you to not build a wall around yourself. Now, sometimes we build a wall thinking it's energy protection, and it's not. It's actually a wall against the world, and it stops the joy and the abundance and the love from coming in, as well as the pain. And it actually doesn't make the pain any better, because you're not able to exchange that pain for peace and breathe, you know, and in your energy field. So Azrael here is comforting you and giving you the opportunity to open up your heart, and safely open it with true psychic energetic protection around you, so that you can enter life again. So this is about healing and clearing great sadness, and just allowing yourself to let go. And it's not that we need to move on, you know, from the people that perhaps we've lost, or the you know, anything. It's just about being able to live life again, and to allow peace and happiness to enter your heart. So sometimes I think we hold on to sadness and grief. I know I did this when I lost my dad, is that I spent a while feeling like I didn't want to let go of my grief, because that was the last time I'd seen him and been with him, and I felt guilty like moving on. But it was more about letting that great pain come to the surface, like bubbles in a fizzy drink, right? It comes to the surface and then dissipates, and making more room for the love and the connection in the, you know, the fact that he was in spirit. So that might resonate for you as well. It's just about allowing yourself to feel peaceful. And I know from all of the readings that I've done in the past with people who've lost loved ones, that they want us to live, to be happy, to be peaceful, to allow love into our lives and joy. So there might be something buried in your heart that you just haven't let go of. It might not be grief, it could be resentment, it could be hurt, it could be shock from how someone's treated you. And it's time for you to re-enter life again. So this is a healing card. It's giving you insight that this week is about healing. Now then we've changed energy a little bit, and here comes the guidance. So this is the Emperor, and it's Archangel Michael, and he's very much there for you. He's standing there in solidarity, protection, and he's helping you to, with his sword of light, little fly, to clear away the chains of limitation, fear, and maybe grief that have been holding you back and holding you down. So sometimes when we go through tough stuff, we take a knock to our confidence and our self-esteem, and other parts of our life suffer as well. So he's asking you now to step back up into your power. Remember the gifts and the talents and the beauty that's within you. Other people might not be acknowledging it to you, but he wants you to acknowledge it for yourself and to understand that you are special, you're beautiful, and you can let go of the hardship and the tough things. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person or that you've done something wrong just because you've gone through something. And even if you've made mistakes or hurt other people yourself, you can let that go. You just need to process it, cut the cords to it, acknowledge it, make amends if you need to. Acknowledge it and let go and move on, because the joy of life is waiting for you. I just see this beautiful winding path paved with beauty and flowers and love waiting for you. So this is also a message to get into a leadership position in your life, ask the question, does this bring me stability and enable me to grow? Is it giving me a foundation to move forward in my life? Or is it going to undermine me? Is it making me feel less than? Am I not moving forward? And that helps you to make decisions, because this is about being stable, getting organized, taking steps, physical steps in the physical world to make your dreams come true, to create a foundation for yourself, abundance, career, finances, relationships. It's like, what do you need to do to move forward in this way? Archangel Michael's there to help you. Sometimes it is about letting go of things, right? If there's things that are undermining you, you probably need to walk away, or at least put a boundary around them so that they're not going to undermine you anymore. Awareness, reality checks, coming into clarity is what's on the cards for this week. So, I mean, it might be that you need to put a few hours every day into something that you're wanting to build instead of making excuses. You know, sometimes we make excuses because we're sabotaging ourselves. So Archangel Michael's right there with you. I'll put these cards up later. I think there's a helicopter going over. Yeah. So then we have the outcome card. Now, this is childlike faith, childlike awe, and innocence. One of the reasons I come to this place, I was here at Christmas and I come every year generally, is that whenever I'm here I feel stripped back. I get awe in my heart. I get amazement at a flower, at a bird, at the way the light hits the rock, at the feeling of sacredness. And I think we all need that in our lives. We might not get it by travel, you know, other people get it in different ways. Find a way to have that in your life and to come back to that place. You know, this reading today seems to be all about opening your heart and being really stripping back, clearing out those things that are acting as a filter over the way that you see yourself in the world. Sometimes we don't realize, you know, painful experiences, grief, the way that we think about them, the way that we react to them creates a filter. And that filter can mean unhappiness. It can mean sadness, prejudice, resentments. And the angels are asking us to clear out those, to recognize those and clear them out so that you can have that childlike awe and faith that things are going to work out for you. There's gifts coming and there's blessings. Now, you know, this is the Six of Cups, so we've got the 6 cups being filled up for you. So your energy coming back and feeling connected again and feeling like your old self again. So this can also mean, you know, thinking about, okay, maybe the things that happened in your past, maybe in your childhood, have put a filter on for you. So you get a chance to heal those. And also it's asking you to look from the present moment into the future instead of looking backwards. So visualize yourself on a beautiful pathway and it's winding gently and it's clear and there's beautiful things on the path waiting for you. Perhaps there's flowers, whatever you want there, blue skies, sunshine. And just look down at your feet. Are you facing the future or are you facing the past? Are you looking back? Make sure that you just do a little visualization to turn around and face the future, and then plant your feet and ground yourself into the present moment and make an intention that whilst you can bring the blessings, the memories of joy and love, and the peace with you, you're going to let the sadness and the heaviness that you're carrying go. And it doesn't mean you let go of the lessons, because the lessons from that sadness, pain, and the challenges you've been through bring wisdom. But you don't need to carry the burden of the emotions that came with that. So I see this week as being really significant and powerful. And who's this? This is Archangel Zadkiel. So you can ask Zadkiel, Azrael, and Michael to work with you this week to clear away old patterns, old beliefs, old experiences that have created heaviness and pain and closed or are blocking your heart chakra from receiving, so you can be more receptive to the joy, the blessings, the abundance, and the love that are waiting for you. There's a new beginning coming, and they're getting you ready for it. And at the same time, because you're in the physical world, you're not in the spirit world, you're in the physical world, but you're a spiritual being. You have to do physical things to make some things happen in your life. So yes, there's manifesting, but then how can you bring it into an earthly form? So physical action, little steps that you can take to get organized, grounded, and start to see a reaction in the physical world reflecting back at you from the good that you're putting out there. And then the final card is Archangel Buck from Diana Cooper's deck. Now this one says, trust your intuition, it's time for you to fly. And there's birds. Now birds are a sign of the angels, as are feathers. And this one, we've got the peacock feathers, we've got a wagtail or a wren, we've got a robin, a kingfisher, a hummingbird, a dove. So look out for signs from the birds and Archangel Buck this week. Also, just what is your intuition asking you to do? Your intuition will always come from your higher self. It's not the small, limited self, the fearful self. There's no judgment in there. It's always going to encourage you to express your gifts, talents in a confident way, in a peaceful way, to move away from limitation and move towards what serves your highest good moving forward. So what a beautiful reading this week. Thank you so much. I am driving today for 5 hours, so I will pop these up when I get to good internet on the story so that you can take a look. So I'm sending you loads of love and angel blessings from the centre of Australia, the heart, the spiritual heart of Australia. I'm Rachel Scoltock. You can go to the link in my bio to book in for the next Angel Light webinar, which is how to hear your angels with Archangel Sandalphon. And I'll see you next Monday for Angel Monday. Blessings.